Hey, everybody, what's going on? The Plowzone is here with my co-host, Scott M. Reese.
How's it going out there?
Keith St. John. Doing a Zoom thing right now, man. He's got a bunch of things going on. He's always busy. The man is always busy, but he's got some things going on he wants to share with us, man. So let's start with the masks, man. So, hey, you started these masks for the coronavirus, correct?
That's right. Well, yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Me and my partner, Sherry Lou, we were already we were starting a clothing line for rock and roll clothes, and we actually started some custom work for all kinds of people, Brad Gillis and just all kinds of guys that I know that needed clothes. And so we had sewing machines around, we had material, we had stuff going on, and then this Corona thing hit, and we started thinking about ordering our own face masks, and we said, well, why don't we just make some? We got all this stuff. Let's make some. And they look kind of cool. And we showed some of our friends, and they're like, man, you guys should just make a bunch of them and see what happens. So we did. We put up a quick little company on the web. And it's really easy. Just start a little thing on the social media and put up a website. We started rock and roll face masks. We got all these patterns. Actually, you know what? This is kind of what they look like. So they have these like elastic straps on the side here. I got the one that I was wearing. Right? They're adjustable. You tie them. It's got a inner organic cotton lining for people who like organic cotton only on their face. The outer is 100% cotton as well. This pouch slips a little filter inside of it. You can order those rectangular kind of sort of clothy, papery filters. You get about 200 for about $10, and you stick them in here. And every time, then you're 100% protected.
So if someone wants to get a hold of you and buy a mask, where do they go?
They can go to one of three places. They can go to keithstjohn.com. They can go to rockandrollfacemasks.com. Go to rockandroll, andfacemasks.com, or look up any of the above on Facebook, and they can find these. And there's a video that's a 1-minute video that'll show you everything about them really fast, and a really nice, easy ordering page, easy to order off of, easy communication. There's a ton of patterns, and you can find them online.
Right here, man. Plowzone Radio Show Mask, man.
Woohoo!
Hey.
Hello.
What's going on, everybody? Man, the Plowzone is here for, I think, a third episode right here. It's the Plowzone Gone Wild here on Spirituality Gone Wild. And we got a great show today, man. We got Peyton King, which is a TikTok sensation, man, 19 years old, up in Washington. And also we got Mr. Jason Banka from Good Old Boys going to be joining us also, man.
Yes, we do.
Debbie G, say hello.
Thank you, Plowman, for interrupting me and then introducing me. It was beautiful. I loved that. So we're on Spirituality Gone Wild, everybody, and this is the Plowzone Gone Wild. And I am so stoked you're here. I just want to do a huge shout out to everybody who's going to be watching the replay and watching us right now. This is going to be a really super fun hour. I want you to keep in mind this very interesting bit of information, though. This young man Peyton King is awesome. But if you're offended by language or whatever, don't watch it because you're probably not going to dig it. But if you love comedy and you are ready to rock and roll, then he's your guy. Okay?
Yes.
Well, I have
people, this is for you right here, man. I also want to say hello to my co-host Scott Reese up there. What's up, Scott?
What's up, Mr. Plowman? Hi, how are you? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. We're all from remote locations around California. And so we are doing this show for you guys, man. Plowzone Gone Wild. We're making video along with our radio stuff, bringing music to the spirituality world and just see where it goes from there. So welcome all, man. So let's get started, man. What we got going on here, kids?
All right. Scott, do you have Scott Reese, how about you? Anything? How's your week going? Let's just check in with everybody really quick.
Well, my week is going well. Everyone is Doing good. We have a lot of great interviews today, and I want to welcome everyone to the Plowzone Gone Wild and Spirituality Gone Wild. But we have some great interviews coming up. This kid, not a kid, I shouldn't say he's a kid, he's 19, who has 54 million views on TikTok and 2 million followers. And we have our interview with him that we're going to be playing today. So check it out. It's really funny. And follow him on TikTok and follow the Plowzone Gone Wild. Why not?
That's right.
Yes, indeedy. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's roll it. Let's roll it.
It's what you enjoy. What you want to do is bring joy and hope to people's lives. To bring them joy, and to give them hope. Say their world is bleak or dim or whatever, to give them a light. I mean, how many people out there? How many people has actually laughed from the gut? When's the last time you guys have laughed from the gut to where it hurts?
Earlier, when I was watching all his videos.
Yeah, in fact, I'll tell you what. You're holding that corn, Plowman, and I swear to God, I told you you're like these are my children from the children of the corn. Okay, set.
Guys, here are some of my favorite animal crossbreeds on the entire planet. Super knuckle, knuckle, belt buckle, banana truffle. This is a fucking turduckle. This bitch got more teeth than your local crackhead. This a motherfucking frig. Bitch, this is Dwayne the Hawk Johnson. Look at this hippo rat chowing down on some dried up bunions. I still don't know what the fuck this is, but this bitch go hard.
Really bad. Oh my God. That shit rocks, man. Dude, you are a killer. I'm loving it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
How many voices you got in your head there, Peyton?
Too many to count, honestly. Too many to count.
Okay, Peyton, if you were to give Scott Plowman's corn a voice, what would you give it?
I give it like a real monotone, like duh, my name's Cobby. My name's Cobby.
Hey, Scott, do not try TikTok, please. Do not try TikTok.
Holy cow. Oh my God.
That kid, I mean, 54 million views. Come on. I mean, wow. Impressive.
Yeah. When did we do that?
Dude, is that
or what? Last week or? Yeah.
Yeah, we did. That was very
my
good.
Favorite part,
go ahead.
My favorite part of the video was when he started talking about how he's reaching people. I mean, how awesome is that? About how he's like bringing people up that are having a bad day. He's out there just being absolutely himself and just authentically real, and I'm loving it. And you guys, that's funny. I mean, seriously, I loved it. I think it's great. And Sam King, is that your buddy?
Yeah. Yes.
Sam King is on, and he said, "That's my boy."
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What's up, Sam?
Yeah.
That is
he wants to bring Peyton. He wants to bring joy to people and make people laugh and see the humor side of things of life. Which is very cool. At a young age, doing that, he's got a great future ahead of him for sure.
Definitely. And he's got a head on his shoulders. He's gonna go places. The things he's gonna do, I think he's gonna be a comedian. He's gonna be a voiceover person, like for cartoons. He's gonna be a stand-up comedian. He's gonna be an actor. So if those are his 4 choices, I think he's gonna do well.
That's right. That's right, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty stoked because, hey, Sam, your son has a great message, and it was that you have been his best and greatest influence. Let's take a watch. Let's take a look at that. I believe that's what's up next. You're going to love this.
Find out. Messenger.
Well, let's talk to the professional TikToker, because see, look, my thing on TikTok, like I have a TikTok with, you know how many followers I have, Peyton? How many likes I have?
How much?
We have 0 on ours.
I have 29.
Let's
I got
go.
29. You know what? I do video all the time, but I've got 29. And I mean, seriously, what in the heck how, other than you're freaking hilarious, what was that like when you went viral and literally had millions of people following you? Were you tripping or what?
I can't even like comprehend like the feeling that I felt because so my first video that went viral, I woke up and it was already like blowing up. And most of my videos didn't get past 4,000 views and like maybe a couple hundred likes. And I woke up and this video had 30,000 likes and like,
Wow.
like 230,000 views. And I was just like tripping. I like ran to my mom's room, woke her up and I'm like, Mom, look, I'm going viral. And then that whole day, I was looking at the video. I couldn't like keep my eyes off it. It was so, I think I was just like my whole, like the last 5 years, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to like get big on a type of platform and grow my brand. And it was finally starting to happen. And I just like couldn't stop looking at it. Yeah, it was surreal for real.
That's so cool, dude. I
Well,
can't
that
even
was small
imagine.
potatoes compared to what you got now.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
more than that. It's many.
What is that?
These are mushrooms.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Fresh mushrooms. Mushroom
Hey,
sport.
you have full permission to rip into this. Go for it. It's
Go
right
ahead.
okay.
Yeah, there's just,
Yeah, it's really okay.
Look, I was born. I love it.
I don't know what to say. I mean, what are those?
So, okay, so brother, what is your definition of making it, man? Say making it. What is your definition of that? Have you achieved it yet? You still for that or what?
I still got a lot of growing to do. Like TikTok was just the start, and it's really blown me up and like getting me to other opportunities. I want to move to other social media apps like YouTube and other platforms and kind of get big on that so I can grow my brand. And then eventually, I want to do something outside of just my production. I want to be like kind of doing movies, maybe TV shows, stand-up comedy. I just want to do a lot of entertainment stuff. And then I don't think there's going to be ever like a time where I'm like, I made it. I think I'll always be striving for some new type of goal, dream. But yeah, I want to do that stuff.
Maybe like the pranked or something like that, pranked or like punked or something like that, huh? With your style.
Why, when did humor become important in your expression?
I don't know what it was. I think it was just, I kind of cope with things with humor. So I think, and that may not be the healthiest, but it does help a lot of people, I think. So being able to put out videos and content and, I don't know, make someone laugh, that could literally just make their day if they're having a bad day. So I think comedy was my type of like avenue that I wanted to go down because it could help a lot of people. There's a lot of opportunities with it. And it's just something that I love to do. So.
Oh my God, I love that kid. He's Sam King. You did a great job. He is one awesome
Great
young
kid.
man. Absolutely brilliant. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. We have one more clip to play. But we're going to play that a little bit later in the show because we have a really special guest that's in our green room and live. And I am really super excited for Plowman to introduce him. But
All right.
wiggling your finger does not tell anybody who they are.
Hold on. Hold on? This is the Plowzone Gone Wild. So everybody, this is Jason from the Good Old Boys. The Good Old Boys are a group out of Placerville, California, and they got some great things going on, man. They got a great following, and they're a proud part of the Plowzone playlist. And moving forward, man, they got some great stuff going on. And so, everybody, this is Jason. Come on in, buddy. Come on.
Come on in, Jason.
And he is coming. All right, guys.
I think we're doing a video.
All right, so directly after this video, they're going to go on Say a rolling stone, got the stone moss. I've been holding my lane, can't find a place to stop. Small town is giving me all that it's got. So give me the road, baby, not the parking lot. Keep your eyes on the road, your hand on the wheel. Sun on your face and the law on your heels. An honest man's curse is to always be real. The well's gone dry, that's just the way I feel. And the wheels keep turning, my soul keeps yearning. The road rolls on and a fuel keeps burning. I'm learning my path is on my own trail. Time only tell if I win or I fail. Rambling fever has got me again. Wide open road must be my only friend. Somebody show me how to turn from sin. I'm looking for something that's just around the bend. Gotta be moving on, baby, no offense. The sun goes down and I'm leaving town. And I feel like it's time I can rope the wind. So put the wheels up, I'm moving down the road again. Gotta be moving on, baby, no offense. The sun goes down and I'm leaving town. And I feel like it's time I can rope the wind. So put the wheels up, I'm moving down the road again. I'm dodging the law, gotta face the crime. I can't lie, y'all, I might be facing time. Little mommy's a writer, she'll always take my side. She told me to change my life, she told me to change my mind. Now I'm packing my gear, I'll probably take a flight. I check the penal code, then I might be facing life. It's time to cash in, I gotta evacuate. It's time to choose a rule, no matter what path I take. Too many enemies to go against. The releasing they came and now they know the scene. The plants got too big and the neighbors noticed it. Now they want half of my crop or they said they gon' snitch. And I ain't giving them up, they ain't even feeding the dirt. I gotta get on down the road and put my feet to the earth. And it's problems after problems after problems they reoccur. How can I be secure? Tell me what's the secret, sir? Gotta be moving on, baby, no offense. The sun goes down and I'm leaving town. And I feel like it's time I can rope the wind. So put the wheels up, I'm moving down the road again. Gotta be moving on, baby, no offense. The sun goes down and I'm leaving town. And I feel like it's time I can rope the wind. So put the wheels up, I'm moving down the road again.
What up, D?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, right there.
Nice. We would like to introduce Mr. Jason Banka from the Good Old Boys. How you doing, Jason?
Man, what is happening, you guys? Plowzone Gone Wild, Spirituality Gone Wild. Thank you guys for having me.
Gotcha.
No problem, brother. No problem, brother. We've done some things in the past and all that. And you guys just keep moving forward, man, with some great stuff. And so let's talk about this. When did you guys start the band? When did you guys start the Good Old Boys, man? When did they get going, man?
You know what, man? We've been really at this serious for about 8 years now. And really, it's really still to this day shocking every single day when I wake up and see the bounds that we've crossed. We're extremely blessed in this situation. We're just like, we got our foot on the gas. We can't, now that we got so much momentum, we can't press the brakes. We just got to keep going, see how fast it can go. So since we've done that, it's really been just, it's crazy. The phone calls, the attention, the way the views went up, the virality of everything is, now we're linking up with awesome platforms like you guys all the time and collaborating with cool TikTokers like, Peyton. So it's just, man, it's awesome. You know what I mean? I can't complain.
So Jason, what inspired you to get into music?
You know what? I'm like a kid that was like grew up on like, old school hip hop and a little bit of oldies. And, my parents were really, really, really musical. Like, I'm sure everybody's parents were always everybody's listening to music. But when it come down to it, my dad knew every lyric to every song he ever heard, maybe listening just to it once. I remember being a kid and listening to old, oldies and just critiquing songs, or like, when I hear a song, I'd be like, they should have said this word instead of that word. So I think I always had like the producer bug a little bit, and from there it's just it's grown into the artistry, and it's just fun to be around and to do something. I felt like before I really got into music, I didn't really have that much of a purpose, you know what I mean? So I kind of just was roaming around and even getting in trouble when I was youngsters. I feel like if music's a way there for people to get out, to take a hold of that outlet, you can do a lot of different things with it. So, I advocate anybody getting involved in the music industry, especially now. It's a good time, having to do with, a lot of the MMA, the Music Modernization Act. There's a lot of good money you can make as an independent artist right now. So sorry, I don't mean to overload your guys' platform. I just wanted to go ahead and give a little bit of shout outs for the underdogs out there and people that are trying to come up. You know what I mean?
Actually, I'm loving this. And the reason that I do is because the whole basis of where we connected, meaning Scott and I, when we met at NAMM, was the fact that we had these platforms where we loved having everybody on, people who are doing really great things out there in this world, and maybe they're not seen everywhere. So I love this because that's exactly why we do this, so that people can be seen. I love what you're doing. And in fact, I love the fact that there's a new way for artists to actually make money doing this, because let's face it,
Yes.
in the music industry, that shit has sucked for so long for so many
right.
different artists, right? I studied
That's
this journalism in school. I mean, I'm more than a little bit excited. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about that? Because I think it's extraordinary. I think it's an
Okay.
extraordinary turn of events.
Okay, well, basically, like you said, for years, artists were being taken advantage of. These record labels, they come in and they take the artist's music and they do what they want with it when they sign the artist up for whatever kind of royalties. They sign in all their masters away, and so basically there was a big implosion back in the day with Napster and these downloading and downloads now, and streaming is the new thing, you know what I mean? And there are no CDs and physical CD sales. So it kind of took the power out of the label's hands. And what it did is it opened the door for independent artists to be able to, get a good platform, have your fan base that are just like you all across the world tap in and do stuff with you. And the pay of it is wonderful now, because you're not paying percentages out to major management or major distribution who's taking all your basically your royalties. So now you're able to kind of make your own music on your own, which again, that's changed, because now you're not using expensive $1 million studios. Now you're able to get an affordable studio in your house that's still costly but quality effective. So you're able to do that kind of stuff. And we hit studios to this day because we're doing so much music, but when we started, it was absolutely our own studios, and we went to home studios and we got started that way. So it's a really easy way to get started. And once you build a cool little fan base, it doesn't have to be big at all. It could be something in your town that people really like. And then from there, it could be a song that does really well. And from there, the sky's the limit. It's really exciting to wake up. Like Peyton was saying, when you wake up and you kind of see, she said that he was doing that for 5 years. When you wake up and you see that your song is viral, it's just a feeling that you can't explain. It's over money and everything, but now money's coming back. So, it's really a great all thing. Anybody, who doesn't know, I'm pretty sure that in the next couple of years, a lot more musicians are going to probably come to the table when they learn about the MMA Act. It's called the Music Modernization Act. And what that enables is people to basically be able to restructure the entire streaming process. So Apple, Google, Spotify, they've all been controlling all the streams, and they all decide who gets what and how much money the creators get and how much money the writers get, and it really ain't all that fair. So now there's a restructure going on right now. And 7 years ago, the Superior Court got the case, and just last year, the Music Modernization Act has been passed. So all the restructuring is happening now. There's no better time on earth to become an artist than right now. right now is the best time on earth to ever become an artist, because now the restructure of the royalties, your checks will be distributed evenly, and the writer gets his fair share. I'm really into the business part of it because I grew up really kind of not the greatest and the richest of financial and monetary value. So I wanted to make sure that our we were taken care of in our business, and our brand continued to excel. So if I could, any of this information hits like an artist who doesn't really know what to do, then I feel like, thank you for the couple of minutes to letting me share that, to the upcoming artists and even TikTokers. I'm sure that eventually there's going to be royalties into that world, and how that goes. So
definitely. So what do the artists get now for streaming? How much are they getting now for streaming?
So different
to get.
So different platforms pay differently. So I think, well, I'm sure of it, YouTube pays 1/10 of a penny each view. So, but Spotify will pay you up to 2.5, 3 cents a view. So that's almost 30 times more when it comes to certain, certain platforms. So, but there's lots of different ones. There's, streaming all over the place. There's Apple iTunes, and they all fit right in between, YouTube and Spotify being the highest, so it's and what we're hoping to be paid is, obviously a lot more, but I mean, if they even boost it up 30 to 40%, it's going to be a really good living for, the average musician. And, I let the fans decide who makes it to the top, instead of the record labels and the people that are making the little squeezy moves, you know what I mean? And so I think that it's just a really good thing. And I guess I'm lucky and blessed to be right here at the right time, right place. You know what I mean? So, and we don't do it for money. I'm working with my best friends. So
it's a revolution in the industry. It's in a revolution right now. And latest pandemic is just throw some gasoline on the fire in a way,
That's it.
Sure, man. The boys and the good old boys, man. Why don't you introduce some of your band members and all that, man? And some of the people that you've been with, like Remy and all that. Tell us about the rest of the boys.
Okay, so basically Good Old Boys is just friends, you know what I mean? We represent, that part of life that you have that bond with your best friend, you know what I mean? It could be anybody. We have a lot of men and a lot of women, old, young, black, white, Mexican. Every single person has that camaraderie of their friend. And that's kind of like what I've noticed that our band is basically based around. I don't even call it a band because we don't have a lot of instrument players. We're more, just rocking and rolling with our, our lyrics, and brings me to our drummer. Our drummer's our main musician in the group, and his name's Tall Can Hammer. He's been an awesome musician. He's wild. He gets us in lots of trouble, but we wouldn't trade this for nothing. You know what I mean? And then we got Remington. He's really the glue and the real talent behind everything, to be honest with you. He's the other guy in the Down the Road video that started it, and not only does he, write all his own lyrics, and he's doing a lot of the loops on the guitars and a lot of these beats. He collaborates with the actual beat makers. So really, it's like, I'm just lucky. I'm just here doing like the business part, writing stuff, kind of being the glue to kind of make the marketing, advertising, and promotion go. And we're just like really roaming around city to city, having the time of our lives. So it's like, how can we complain about that, And I want to shout out another one of our buddies. We got our boy Jake. Jake's been rocking with us. He's been on stage, and can't leave out my DJ Cali Love. You know what I mean? He's an awesome dude, and that's basically my team and my squad right there. You know what I mean? So when we come to the shows, we set up our own shows. We're setting up our own, everything. You know what I mean? So when it comes from there, I just want to give thanks to my team, man. Thank you guys for getting us this far. You know what I mean? So shouts out to you guys out there.
Awesome.
I'm loving this. Except I'm over here trying to work technology in the background, guys. and I'm blowing it a little bit, but I'd love to actually play another video from the Good Old Boys right now. And
the Plowzone and the Good Old Boys show we did together.
Mackin', I love that show. That was sick. We should do another one at that place, but the mosquitoes were crazy there, though, huh?
Yes.
Man.
Out there in the Here we go.
All right.
Oh, this is a live performance shot? Okay.
There we go. That was awesome. I actually have a quick question.
Yeah.
I would like to know the first song that we listened to.
Yes.
There was some really deep messages in that. I wanted to ask you about what, because I heard some pretty unique things going on. You're really sharing something very important to you. That's in that song.
Yeah, what's interesting about that song is that Remington dug deep on that. You know what I mean? Normally I see what he does is he comes up with pretty quick lyrics and stuff. On that particular song, we had it for a while, that beat. And what's funny is that he actually told me himself that song took him longer to write than any other song. So to me, I'm like, hey man, take your time, write your songs, you know what I mean? Because that was a great product. And how he did his lyrics on that to actually represent such a wide variety of art and direction on that, I just thought it was awesome. And when he went the direction of Down the Road, and he was so, I wanted to be very specific on my verse, and I wanted to put a little story mode in the middle of it. So that's kind of what I did. If you're referring to my story mode, it was just like real stuff that's happened to me in my life, things that were going on that actual ranch right then. We actually wrote that song while we were growing cannabis on the ranch, you know what I mean, for medical patients. And and it was just, we had a lot of stuff on our agenda, you know what I mean? And the actual name of the album's called Sergeant at Farms. So, when it comes down to it, it has a lot of secret meaning in it, but basically it's moving on. It's going down the road. We're in that point right now in our career where we're going from, I feel like, kind of like underground to more of a mainstream stage. And that's kind of what it represents to me. It represents, turning that corner, like, let's get down the road. You know what I mean? And I'm sure everybody can relate to that because everybody has those transitions in their life. And I just feel it.
Yeah,
Very
we also
cool.
shot up in Dunnigan, man. Rahaga's up there, man. We shot with Smo and shot the other one. Give Me the Flame and all that. Good times, brother. Good times.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Shouts out to all the Second Amendment outers out there who made that happen for us. That was awesome. Appreciate it.
Scott, hold on. You're muted, dear.
Hello. Hey, so how many views you guys have on your YouTube pages?
Shoot, you know what, man? Actual views on the page, I don't know. I know that we get over every single day. We're over like 50,000 views a day. So we get a lot of impressions. Everything tomorrow it'll probably be 55,000. The late, at the rate we we progress is kind of scary, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of showing us that we're guaranteed to be in a bigger spot. So we're very, 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 careful about where our next moves are now and just how it is. But at the same time, we like to jump into anything and everything and, and just kind of go from there. We don't really have real management and real people that are pushing us. We have a really good friend right now that's behind us that helps him with everything. And he's probably going to come our manager eventually, but right now we're making all the decisions, and I want shouts out to Tommy, Tommy Promo. I appreciate you out there, Tomahawk Productions. And, it just comes down to like people like you guys who really are putting us independent people on your platform. And this is how it happens right here, because, I would rather talk to you guys and have some like regular people that I actually know and been in front of, and then be with some, I get a lot of these interviews from people. I look up their request and it just doesn't seem that, enticing to me when it's not, family and orientated and stuff like that. So we're trying to keep the people around us really connected as family instead of like just branching out to anybody and everybody, you know what I mean? So thank you guys.
Music, independent artists, man, so much good music out there. It needs to be heard and needs to be shared, and we can't guarantee riches or fame, but we can just give you exposure, let it be heard, because it's the revolution in the industry for sure. And we've had hundreds of interviews, man, and in studio guests and all that other stuff. And it's really great to be able to do that for people, because everything's going to different levels now, and so just let it be heard and let the public make their own decision for themselves, for sure.
Yeah, and I love what you guys are doing right here with, the virus and all the weird times we're in. You guys, the platform's great. It's entertaining. I love your guys' personalities, the way they vibe together. Debbie, you sound like you're an awesome, awesome addition. I love how you guys are all doing this here. You guys are killing it. Like, don't stop that stuff for real. You know what I mean?
Now, we joined up. Oh, go ahead, Debbie.
I just say that's rad. I appreciate that. Again, that's how that we connected. Like when we were at NAM, and it was the coolest thing. And we do that. Our vibration, I truly believe, like whatever we're jiving with, whatever, we're vibing with is what we're connecting with. And so it's safe to consider, like all of us right here, that tells me a lot about you, and we're all doing this from our heart. And that's the big message here, is connecting each other again with family, with heart, with intention, with intentions that are real and authentic and vulnerable. And right now during this pandemic, it's a great opportunity for all of us to be stepping forward and sharing our love and our light with the rest of the world. Doing it through the means of music, though. Music is the connector to everything in my world. It is what connects the entire universe globally. People say, well, how are we going to reach? Well, you're going to reach masses by playing the song, because you each have your own melody. Together we play the harmony if we're all tuning it the way that we need to be tuning it. And that's different for everybody. So the music gives us that space and opportunity to escape those things that maybe don't feel so good. So what you're doing is bringing joy and love to so many people, and it rocks, man.
Yeah, and then you got Peyton King behind us making everybody laugh about the music. So it's really just like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? It's dragging in. And then you guys are reporting on it. It's too easy. It's too good. It's like layups, alley-oops.
And you're like a rock star seguer right there, because you just segue us right into the last clip from Peyton. You rock, dude. All right, guys, so let's check this out.
Check it out. Man, so whoever gave you your best advice, man? Who gave you your best advice that you still remember to this day, man? Anybody?
I'd have to say my dad. My dad, I remember him telling me from like a young age that I can do whatever I want, career-wise, whatever I want. I can do whatever I want, and I don't need to settle for anything. I don't need to do anything that I don't want to do. So me going to college and taking classes, I didn't want to do like a 9 to 5, go through college and do that stuff. So that really helped me. I'm sure if he was like, you need to be a doctor, you need to do lawyer stuff, that I probably wouldn't have been as comfortable making these videos. And I think that really helped me, just knowing that he would be okay with me trying to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah. Follow your dreams, my friend. Follow your dreams.
Yeah.
If you were going to advise someone on TikTok or social media, TikTok, What would you advise them to do to start out? Or
If you're starting out and you kind of want to make it on a platform, being well known in the community, do something that you like to do, like truly. Don't follow trends just to try and get views. Do something what you like to do. Try and be original and be different and be consistent. Consistency is key, and then also being different and bringing something new to the table that people haven't seen really will attract new followers, and they'll stick with you because it's something they don't see every day. Like, for example, TikTok, there's a lot of dancing, a lot of singing, a lot of that stuff. So if you come on the app and just do like some regular dances, people already see that. And on a higher scale too. Right. So if you bring something new to the table, there's going to be people in there and they'll be like, oh, this is cool, I'll follow them. And then they'll like your stuff and you'll have a fan base sooner or later if you just keep the consistency up.
Okay, so it's like keep doing this. Do at least one video a day, right?
Yeah, I try to at least. I get to points where I'm like, I'm not filming today, or I'm not filming for the next 2 days. I'm like out of it. I mean, sometimes I get down in the dumps on myself just because I can't think of any idea in the dumps, or if I'm not as creative or I'm not in a good mood, then I'm not going to film because eventually it's going to just like ruin the quality of the video. I have to be light spirited. I have to be in good mood. I have to be high energy. So if I don't feel like filming, I'm not going to force myself to film.
Man, Peyton's a really great kid. You know what I got to say? That's all I can say. Sam, you did a great job.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Sam and Danielle. He made a comment earlier. He says that his mom gets all the credits. Rock on, Mom! From all of us moms in the world. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, what a great young man. I had such a great time that day, and I'm so grateful that you brought him forward there, Scott Plowman and Scott Reese. Scott.
Yes. And we're gonna have more videos next week because I made the videos over 5 minutes long, so I have to cut them, and I want to cut them, and I'll do them right. So we're gonna have a couple more Peyton videos next week.
Yeah, but also you out there, the artist out there, you want to be interviewed by the Plowzone and all that, get a hold of us, man. Check out our website. Check out our 24/7 live stream, radio stream. And also just check out what we got going on, man, because, you show us love, we show you love, and all that's a two-way street, man. So definitely there's a lot more people we got in our sites, but you know what? There's still people we haven't even met yet that I'm sure we're going to click with and do some great things with, man, in the future. So if anybody also, man, you got a nephew, an uncle, a friend, family friend or foe that's an artist or something, got something going on, man, get a hold of us for sure, because we want to hear your stories, man. We want to hear, call it the history behind the headlines. It's about what it takes to make you the artist and your upbringing and stuff like that, so that's what we like to do. We like to get personal with the artists too. So
very cool. Very cool. I'm a viewer from now on too.
I love that. Right, hey, I'm going to share. Okay, so boys, I have to tell you, life there is no mistake. It's just there are no coincidences. Guess what rolled in my memories today? These two did this awesome thing for me. They created this little promo for me, and this thing is hilarious. You guys, oh my God. Scott and Scott. My children, I love my Children of the Corn. Hold on. Check this out. Of the Corn.
Clack. Debbie G. Hey everybody, I know you know us, but we want to introduce you to a very good friend of ours that has an awesome show that's going to be a part of
we're going to be on her show. We're gonna put the Plowzone on her show on Spirituality Gone Wild.
We gotta write some of this down, dude.
It is right there.
No.
You don't know your name?
Shut up. Okay. I didn't know what happened. Okay. Hey everybody, we want to introduce you to a good friend of ours that has an awesome show, man. Debbie G, Capigrata, Spirituality Gone Wild. And what's that consist of, Scott?
It consists of a shot of expression and 2 squirts of reality.
Woo.
I'm really interested in this.
Wow, yeah,
now.
that's
and I think we were.
You're
just
lucky to get past one shot in reality.
One shot in reality. That's usually how it works.
That's your quota.
One shot in reality, and you can spark that G vibe too. You know.
That's a whole nother ball game right there.
That's Debbie G. Now she has a great show. It's called Capagrata. And it is a great show. She brings on guests. She brings in mediums. She brings
together influencers, unfiltered, raw, organic discussions through celestial medias.
Just like
mediums.
Mediums? She brings in
media. Celestial media?
She brings in
so
mediums.
ET's got his own little media group now. Double agents.
But no, Debbie G, she has a great show. We're encouraging you guys to check it out. The Plowzone, it's part of the Plowzone family. You know it is. That's why we have her.
That's right.
Here.
We met her
Debbie
down in
Garcia,
NAM. Yeah.
Yes, Debbie
Met her
Garcia.
in NAM. We just clipped because her battery was dead on her phone. Mine was dead on my phone.
And you guys started talking after
that?
Yeah,
we fought over the same outlet, and then we started talking.
That's right. Because she's going to spark your G vibe.
She did, yeah.
Spark the G
vibe.
That
socket, yeah, that socket sure sparked the G vibe.
Check out her show, Capagrata. The Plowzone Radio Show is going to be on there very soon.
All right, take 3. Hey, Debbie G has Capagrata. It's spirituality gone wild. It's a shot of expression and 2 shots of reality. She brings together influencers, unfiltered, raw, organic discussions through celestial mediums.
And she has mediums. She has mediums on the show.
Yep. And now she's part of us with media.
That's right. Yeah. And we're going to do a little shout out to her because we love her. And
it's just, I didn't realize it was.
I forgot we did that. I forgot we actually did that one.
Well, it rolled in my memories today, and I was laughing because I'm like, first off, spark the G vibe. That is correct. That is your gratitude vibration, just so that we clear that all up for y'all. And you're right, I will spark your G vibe, baby. That is how I roll, absolutely. But just in case y'all were thinking something you probably shouldn't be thinking, I'm just clearing that up now that you have it straight to be thinking what you're thinking now, or whatever.
That was not it.
But anyway. You guys are crazy. That was a fucking year ago. My God, I love you.
3 shots of gratitude? What is it?
It's okay. It's a Capagrata with a shot of expression and 2 squirts.
Squirt.
Of reality.
Got it.
And then I've got another show called Wake Up to You, Try Gratitude, busting up the victim syndrome mentality. So, all right. The big question of the hour. What makes your music vibe rock spiritually? How do you connect in spiritually when you're performing, when you're playing your music, and when you're giving out that expression of you?
Well, basically it's a strange thing. It's a good way to explain it, the spiritually part of it, just because when you're on stage, like, something happens. I know you've heard all the artists say it, it's almost hard to explain, but it's a different, like, you comes out, it's something that, you have to 100% grasp onto, you know what I mean? And then from there, it kind of just flows naturally through you. You got your music rocking, and it's probably addicting, spiritually addicting, I would call it. So that's probably the best way to describe it,
So do you write a song? Do you write the lyrics first, or do you write the music? How do you write a song?
Both ways, Dolph. Definitely both ways. I have stuff that I write, and then later I've maybe, I have stuff in the bank, folders and folders, and then when I have beats to it, I might go through each one of my folders and hear how it sounds with it. I'd say about 30% of the music's like that. I would say 30% of the music is, me after the beat, feeling the vibe to it and getting into it. And then the other 30%, honestly, what might even be, like a mixture of both. So we might have some of the music pre-written, and then we write some of the music after the beat. And basically from there, we throw a lot. I like to throw a lot on the wall, on the artistic wall, and then take it off to get the product I'd like. So I'd like to overflow it, and then take product away instead of saying, oh, it's not right, it needs something, let's try to add something. I don't like to do that so much. I like to try to put as much stuff as I can on the artistic wall and then take it off till it sounds appropriate. And that's kind of a little engineering, or I'm sorry, production secret that I use. So
That's very cool. Both these guys have these great questions that they ask everybody that have been on thus far. Go for it, gentlemen.
Go ahead, Mr. Plowman.
Hey, Jay, what's the best advice anybody's ever given you, man?
Oh man, the best advice I have gotten would be to stay busy. Like I used to be really broke growing up. You know what I mean? And I was bitter about it. Very, very, very bitter broke. You know what I mean? So my best advice was to say, if you're tired of being broke and you want to succeed, you have to succeed. You have to want to succeed like you want to breathe. You know what I mean? So before you play all those video games and you're sleeping in and you're doing all that stuff, just know that if you're doing those things, you are not going to be successful unless it's in those things. I can't say you're not going to be a successful video game player because people are getting paid a lot of money to play video games. But if video games ain't your calling and you're not focused on your calling, and believe me, video games is doing nothing but hurting your life. And, and there's a lot of different things to do and nothing to do with video games. People are doing drugs and, a lot of the best advice I have in life is to stay sober, somewhat stay sober and stay focused and stay busy. And, you will live a cool ass life no matter what.
All right. So let's see. Jason, what is your idea of making it? What's your idea of making it? You know what?
I think that making it is actually being yourself in a position to give back. So I see a lot of artists now, when they've completed their 20 years in their music, they are able to attach other artists and kind of develop other artists. I think that once I can use my knowledge, not just agree to, I use my knowledge to make myself successful. You know what I mean? I feel like anybody can do that, but to take it another step further, let's use your knowledge to make somebody else successful. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of like if somebody, waited until they decided they were successful, it'd help a lot more people out in life.
Here's one for you. What was the name of if you could jam with anybody, if you could collab with anybody, who would it be if you haven't already done with them?
Ooh, that's a good one, huh? Man, I got like 10 people on my list, but like if I would go number one, like it's like a toss-up, but if I would go number one, I think we really, really, really want to get kind of lined up with one of the old school, like Hank the Third. You know what I mean? We want to do some stuff like a lot of these guys, they grew up on this classic country. We want to take something that's old, classic country, and we want to make something new on it. You know what I mean? And we want to put it together and, but I would say overall, the number one person that we want to work with right now is a guy named Jelly Roll. Shouts out to Jelly Roll out there. He's from Tennessee. He's definitely one of our people that we look to, do music with in the future. It's pretty realistic, but yeah, pretty much we probably will do music with the people we want to. So we're more than blessed to be in that position.
Nice. Debbie, what do you got?
Hey. Reese.
You guys, are we pointing out what I have is an appreciation that you're out there doing all that you're doing. And I'm loving that. And I absolutely love that you brought up the fact that you're keeping busy. And then you brought up sober. So my question to you is, that's important because when we're bored or we're trying to fulfill a need that we think that we don't have it fulfilled, then normally that's when anything comes in, maybe when we're doing it a little bit too much. And staying sober is super important. It's because you got to have yourself in check. You got to have your wits about you. you know, and get into the frame of mind that you're worthy and deserving of greatness. Wow, that's loud.
That's an airplane going above me right now.
And yeah, I love that you even brought that up. We work with a lot of people in recovery, and we also have Josie Herndon on tomorrow night with Drama to Dharma and Recovery View. It will be back on June 7th. And
Awesome.
we've got some amazing people coming on that. We have Candy Finnegan from the show Intervention, as well as Lee McCormick with Spirit Ranch in Tennessee. And he's also a musician. Fabulous. He's an extremely awesome guy. And there's a couple other guests she have, but I can't remember their names. Denise Klein, she's going to be on, and she is Milestone Recovery in Malibu. And the great part about this is that if it's tough for you, there's answers out there. If you're not living the life that you want to be living and it's not working for you, guess what? We've got other tools, and there's another way to do this. So, I suggest that anybody who just heard that and you hear like, okay, stay busy, stay sober, but I might be having a problem doing that. There's some tools and some shows and people that you guys can listen to get that help that you need. Okay.
That's
Tomorrow
right.
night.
So awesome.
This Plowzone, the Plowzone is about spotlighting you, the independent artists, the people who love to make the music, and we're all about the music. No religion, no politics, and you know what? Live life. Just don't exist, people. Go out, enjoy what you do, and do what you feel. Go with your heart.
Since we're telling people where to go.
Go ahead. Let's hear how to get a hold of you, Jason.
Yeah, definitely. I want to give a couple little things out real quick. Look out for our Live My Life video, you guys. We did it at the Capitol building, and it's a little bit of having to do with what's going on right now with the pandemic and people trying to gain control and stuff. And it's just a little fun, kind of half serious, half fun kind of thing that we're putting together. Look for it. We got a Ride to Hangtown video. It's coming out as well. It'll probably be out maybe in the next 4 or 5 weeks. Basically, both these videos are from the album Sergeant of Farms. So again, you guys check out that. If you haven't checked out the Green Handle album with Smo, do that. It's great. But we're talking about the rehab stuff, so I just wanted to throw out there that we actually are working on an album based for people in rehab. So it's a kind of a way for people that have had a struggle in their life to kind of be able to. It's music that they can understand and relate to a little bit more than other people. You know what I mean? And we're doing that collaboration with a guy named One Way Nick, and he's actually a Christian rapper. But I want to say Christian rapper because he's just like, into his own world, and it's very, very, very dope. But, he does have a faith in his music that is very awesome. You know what I mean? And we wanted to do a positive album with him, and it's almost finished. We don't have the name of the project yet, but just look out for that. You know what I mean? I might even call it Rehab. I don't know. So other than that, you guys, I got shows coming up on June 20th. I'm not sure. I've had about 29 shows that were canceled in the last 2 months or whatever. So we're kind of like tripping on that. But June 20th, maybe not. We have a show out in Central California. Look on our page for it. And then on the 27th, we have a show in Northern California at the biker events. That for sure will not be canceled because, their platform is a little bit what they want to go on, other than what they can do. So, that's pretty much that. I just wanted to throw that out there. And again, thank you guys for the awesome platform. And I love what y'all doing.
Hey, Jay, man, we worked September 11th still going forward or what?
Man, we got to do it. I think, let's talk to them and let's get it yanking out there for Good Old Boys Fest and let's get all the youngsters get back there with their dads and let's get them shooting the guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
oh my God.
Rage on the Range 3, Good Old Boys Festival, man, coming up.
Yeah.
September. Save the date because it's still in the works. And that's far enough away, man, to have we can put together a badass bash up there. And shout out to Donna. And
everybody. Rocket. I just gotta, dude, like I'm over here just in heaven that you're doing this album. I'm just stoked about it. And get ready because y'all are going to hear about something called Everybody's Recovering from Something. It's an event coming with some names that you guys are just not even you just won't even believe this. This is
You will recognize the name when it's said. You will recognize the name.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
whatever you got.
dude, it's gonna exactly because everybody's recovering from something.
Yeah, try not to go to Starbucks for this guy you feel.
Yeah, but we're not. I have the letter of intent coming. When I receive that, then you guys are going to get all of this information, and I'm looking forward to the good old boys participating in this worldwide recovery, worldwide recovery event, worldwide recovery event. We will be we are from across the seas, across the pond, and combining these worlds together. There's been a 30% increase from the suicides to people relapsing to just everything that's been happening. There's just been a huge increase, and there's a big need right now for us all to connect together and be community and be somewhere that other people can talk and feel like you're not the only one in this world, because you're not. And so I'm just really stoked that we're all here right now, because right now what we are doing is we are watching magic and creation happen. And we're going to reach those ears that need to be reached. So high five to everybody here. What a gratitude moment that we are together.
So without happy.
Hey, let me give that with you guys. Let me get on that with y'all. Boom.
2 plows up. 2 plows up, guys.
That's right.
Hey, Jace, we really want to thank you for coming on the Plowzone Gone Wild with Spirituality Gone Wild with Miss Debbie G and the Plowman himself, Scott Plowman.
Yeah.
Who are we waiting
Thanks for that.
And a good friend of mine, we're at his pool here in Carmichael, just chilling, and I think we're going to end the show with a big splash in the pool. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's see it. Let's see it, Scott. Let's see it.
All right, so we good? Or we got any more videos or anything? Everybody, what's our link?